Hello, it's Christina and with leadsandleverage.com. And if you are watching this in replay, do me a favor and let me know that you're here. Either click like or make a comment. I'd really like to meet you and get to know you. So if you're watching this in replay, today's topic, I'll tell you this real quick. We're going to talk about how to live stream and get results. And by results, I mean get clients. So that's really kind of what we're doing now. We're going to introduce, I'm going to wait as people gather in and come in. So welcome. Hi, Bruce. This is probably going to be a little bit more active today because I invited some guests in. So for any of my members, my FDS members that are usually with me, we're going to have a few more people today. And I'm welcoming all the new people, my Launch Club members, my PLF friends, things like that. Today, we're going to talk about how to Facebook live stream and get results. And I actually have quite an epic, I'm creating an epic blog post for my business, for my real estate agents. So real estate agents, you're on here. I have something big coming for you guys. And then all my friends that are not real estate agents that are trying to learn how to do this for their own business. I've got a lot and I'll share it with you in the groups. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to turn off my notifications for other things. Tip number one, make sure you turn off and put your phone on do not disturb. That would be tip number one. So I just totally. So today we're going to talk about how to live stream and get results. What I would love it if you guys would do, just like Bruce did, would you comment and let me know you're here? Where are you from? Are you a real estate agent? Just where you're from and are you a real estate agent? We'll start with that. I'm not gonna make it too complicated. I like to get to know everybody on my live streams, and this is really my opportunity to kind of get to know you. So that'd be really cool if you did that for me. And it takes about another little thing you'll need to know. Hi, Dennis. Another little thing that you'll need to know is that it takes a little time. It takes typically about 10 to 15 minutes for people to come in to the live stream. Hi, Trevor. Hi, Brian. So we have a lot. Oh, yeah. Hi, Skip. Awesome. That's right. This time I sent out, this is another tip, and I'll give these all to you guys in order. But another thing I did was I sent out an email to all my email subscribers and let them know, hey, Janice. Hi, Linda. Awesome. So this is going to be really good. This is going to be an active one. So I actually have my husband, Chuck, helping me monitor all the comments and questions. And I want to hope my awesome Ivy. Awesome. See, your wife is a realtor. I do her communication. Fabulous. Okay. So, let's kind of get started. It's been about 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, Allie. Hi, Malia. You guys are awesome. So glad you joined me. This is going to be a popular one. It's a popular topic. It's because Facebook live stream is so stinking popular. And it's kind of one of those, like if you got in on YouTube 10 years ago, it's kind of one, it's right there. Hey, Karen. Hey, Chris. Hi, Jerry. I'm trying to stay on top of everybody. Okay, so I have kind of two sections to this, and do ask your questions as we go along, because I can, below this video, I can see your questions, and you're going to notice that the connection is going to get weak every now and then. Every once in a while, that's a Facebook issue. If it pauses, so it's probably because it comes in and out sometimes. It's a little bit rainy here today or a little bit cloudy, so I think that there's going to be an issue. And we've had some issues the last couple days, not sure why. So welcome Lisa, welcome Nicole, hi Lana, hi Jerry. I'm going to wait to, hi Lisa, Lisa Apple. I'm going to wait to get in. Okay, it looks like my connection's back up again. So you're going to have these issues. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. What it does though, I got a notification up top saying that my connection was weak. So it allows me to move and go somewhere else. And I happen to actually be in my home office today with my backdrop. So you can kind of see my backdrop. I hide my mess, my calendars. I hide that behind my backdrop, and that backdrop, I will remember to put that as a resource on the list. But I got it on Amazon. I'm writing this down on my list to get you guys all the resources. Not affiliate links, just flat out the resources to it all. Okay, so let's start this. As you have questions, let me know what your questions are. Awesome. Got a lot of PLF people, all my awesome realtor people. Okay, good. So let's start. There's kind of two sections. One section is going to be a whole long list of all the different things that you'll want to do. And again, for my PLF friends, I will be giving you this full resource as a PDF in the PLF groups. For my real estate friends, if you are on my email list, I'm going to be emailing this out to you. If you are not on my email list, you might want to be. So it's, let's see, the quickest way to get on there is leadsandleverage.com/ let me write this real quick. See, not prepared. But I want you to be able to, it's leadsandleverage.com/ refreshed. So if you're a real estate agent, you want to sign up, leadsandleverage.com/ refreshed. If you're my PLF friend, I will put this in the group. Don't sign up on the list. That's for my real estate agent guys. So let's do this. Okay. So I'm going to start out like the beginning of the live stream, middle of the live stream, end of the live stream, after the live stream. Then I'm going to go through a whole list of all the things that you can do, resources you have, etc., to set you up for success. Ask me your questions as we go along. I can see your questions. There is a delay, but I can see your questions. I also have Chuck monitoring the questions because I thought there might be a little bit more action today because it is such a popular topic. So in the beginning, now the beginning of a live stream, in a video, you kind of want to get, a recorded video, you want to get through it pretty quickly, probably in the 1 to 2 minutes tops is all you want to do. But when you are Facebook live streaming, you have to wait for your audience to come in. And typically it takes at least 10 minutes for your audience to really get in here, for it really to reach its peak. And so you've got to be prepared for that. So in the beginning, in the first 0 to 12 minutes, you want to be prepared with things to talk about. So you're kind of going to be talking to yourself. Now today, it was a lot more active ahead of time. I did something that I don't do it for every live stream, but I do it for several. And I'm going to give you this tip too. You'll want to email your list and let them know about 30 minutes before your live stream so that they can come and be on it. But so you want to be prepared with things to talk about for about the first 0 to 12 minutes. You want to share your topic multiple times. So I talked a couple times. If a couple of you were on from the very beginning. So from the very beginning, I shared that we were going to talk about how to Facebook live stream and get results, get clients, get sales, etc. So I talked about that. The other thing, right in the beginning, in the first 30 seconds, you want to welcome your replay viewers, because what's going to happen is that your actual live audience is going to get smaller and smaller. And what I mean by that is it's not that fewer and fewer people are going to be on. It's that as your post goes out in replay, you're going to get a bigger reach. So there'll be more people that end up seeing it in replay than actually see it in live. And that's really awesome because that's where this huge value pushes out. Facebook loves video. Facebook wants to kick YouTube's booty. So guess what they're doing? When you do live stream, they're promoting you. They're pushing you out. They are all for it. So you really want to leverage this. Take advantage of it. So welcome your replay viewers immediately. Let them kind of know what's going to happen. It's going to take a couple minutes and just kind of connect with them and ask them to comment. I really like it when my replay viewers comment because I come back, I watch those comments even days after, and I talk to them. So that's what you want to do. I want to build relationships. That's the goal. This isn't about selling. Although you are going to get sales. So the live stream isn't directly about selling. It's about letting people know who you are, that you're a real person, and that, oh yeah, I can trust them. So guess what they do when they know, like, and trust you? They buy from you. So welcome them. Tell your replay viewers to subscribe. Now I did not do that. I wasn't prepared for the amount of people as quickly as you guys came. So it surprised me. So what you need to do is you need to tell your replay viewers to subscribe. So somewhere up on the top, if you hover over this video with your mouse pointer, you will see a live subscribe. So if you click live subscribe, in theory, you are supposed to be notified the next time I have a live stream and you are on Facebook at the same time. I do know that there have been a few of my agents that have not gotten the notifications, and they're subscribed to the live subscribe and they're subscribed to events on the page. So do both of those. Hi, Susan. She's on iPad. Chuck, would you respond to her? And the video won't play in Canada. Would you let Susan know if you can find her comment on that?
I can. There's no way for me to comment on it while you're live.
Oh, okay. All right. So Susan, I'll have to respond to her later. Okay. So, all right. So like, subscribe, and you want people to comment. You want to be able to have a conversation with them. And there's another thing. I mean, I'm doing this because I want to get to know you guys. But the other element to this is the more people that click like or click comments, the more engagement your post gets, which means Facebook pushes it out even more. So there's all of these benefits to it. The other thing that you want to do is you want to ask people to share. So if you guys would share this video to your colleagues or to your friends or to groups that you can do it without spamming, and let them know, hey, I'm learning about live stream. I think this will benefit you too. If you share that right now, there's a share button down here. If you share that, ask people to do that on your live stream. Thank you so much, Chuck, for doing that. All right, so I want you guys to know that. Hello, Frank from Boulder. That's awesome. It's a gorgeous state. Okay, so then tell them now, welcome your live viewers. If you guys have noticed, every one of you that has commented, I've welcomed you or said hi to you or said your name. Some of you, I can see when you join. Most of you, if you don't comment, I don't know. I can't tell because it doesn't always tell me when somebody has joined. In fact, mostly it doesn't tell me. So unless you comment, I can't acknowledge you. But when people do comment or they do join and you do see that, you definitely want to talk to them. You want to welcome them by name. And I have more tips on this going down here just a minute, or going through this process. I'm looking at my notes. That's what, if that you see me looking over here, I'm looking at my notes. The other tip, I didn't even have this in my notes and I just thought of this. One of the big tips that you need to make sure and be aware of when you're on your screen, so I'm on my phone, okay, and I have it on a tripod, and I'll give you all this resources, and below the phone are the comments, okay? So if you'll notice, my camera lens is up here. As much as possible, look directly into that lens because then I get eye contact with you. If you look at yourself on the video like this, you can tell I'm not really looking at you, I'm looking at the video. If you're looking at the comments constantly, then that means people see you looking down. So I know I have to scroll between all of these. So just be aware to bounce between all of those, and so that people know that you're actually looking at them. All right. Hey, Kim from Florida. Hey, Vic. Terry from Australia. That is a place I have not been yet. I need to go there. All right. So, and when you ask people to comment, like I was talking about, oh, my hands have to be tighter. It's also a small screen. Again, we're getting a weak signal. Stay with me. If it pauses, stay with me. I usually stay with it and it comes back up. And you might see garbly-gook, but you should still be able to hear me, especially in replay. So give people a reason to comment. Ask them where they are. I really like to know where people are from. I love to travel. We traveled in our RV for about 18 months all over the US. I love to travel around the world, so I like to know where people are from. So you can ask that, or you can ask them a question relevant to the topic. So right now, my next question for you guys, hi Emily. My next question for you guys is, have you ever Facebook live streamed before or Periscoped? Have you ever scoped or live streamed before? And just let me know, yes, no, whatever you want. So that's my next question that's relevant to the topic. So I'm doing exactly what I'm teaching you guys how to do. And we're coming up right on about the middle, the meat of the live stream. So no, you have not. Kim has not. And if you notice, there's a little bit of a delay. That was the first comment that I saw. So the delay can be anywhere from 10 seconds to 30 seconds. So just be aware that there will be a delay in the responses. Emily, no, but I want to. Yep, that's exactly. Nope. And one thing I didn't add to this blog post, I'm just thinking about it now, is we should talk about maybe limiting beliefs or hurdles that are outside of the tech stuff. No, gosh, oh goodness. I'm writing my notes and you guys are all going for it. That's great. No Ivy, no Terry. So I have to look at the questions, guys. Lisa, no. Andy, no. Okay, Linda's having challenges with audio. Awesome. That's not awesome that you're having challenges with audio, but I'm trying to help you today. But no, delivery is a bit disjointed. Okay, you're gonna have to expand on a couple of, on that. What you mean by that, Janice? Bruce has not at all, only been an agent for 2 months, trying to capitalize on Facebook. That's a great thing to capitalize on, Bruce. Vic's never done it. Frank said, I did it from an open house on Sunday, no audience. So we're gonna talk about that too, how to get an audience and how to get the right audience. So as I mentioned earlier today, I have a lot of you guys, my FDS members, my email real estate agents, you guys are on my email community. I invited people outside of real estate today. So I'm going to be focusing on real estate, but I'm going to probably be tweaking a little bit of adding some more answers to help with people who are outside of real estate. Lawn at open house is a great idea. And I'm going to get into that exactly kind of how you can do it. Janice says it breaks up and repeats itself. Yeah, that could be your connection, and that's just live. I mean, that's one of the kind of, I don't want to just cliche and pawn that off, but sometimes that's what happens when things are live. So we should do this on our business page, correct? Yes, Lisa, absolutely. And I'm gonna get into this later, but I really think you should do some stuff on your personal page. Like Lisa knows, she's one of my members. I've done it in the group, in the membership group for very private membership related stuff. So do it everywhere you can. One of the things that has been awesome, we've known this for years, guys, is that video exponentially creates relationships faster than, with live streaming. It's even better because it's not so polished. It's not so perfect. And we talk about, in the industry, in the real estate industry, you talk about authenticity and transparency, but we kind of leave that over to just the data. We just talk about, people just want to see the housing data, but no, what people actually want to see, and this is all industries, what people actually want to see is you. They want to know if they can trust you. So if they ask you a question and you give them a cliche answer, or you give them a parroted answer or a trained answer that's not relevant to their situation, they don't feel like they can trust you. So one of the things that live stream really does is help with that whole relationship element. And that's all businesses. They get to know you. They want to refer you in whatever way. They want to bring other people to you. So that's the whole thing. And Lou, I'm going to get into that. What to use to live. I'm making sure I have all your questions the right way. And I'm going to talk about exactly what I'm using right now. I'm using my iPhone. I have an iPhone 6 and I'm using that. You cannot use any other device except a smartphone and a tablet. I don't know about, I'm a Mac user, so I do know iPhones and I do know iPads. I know Android devices you can. I don't know what tablets because there's so many, but it has to be a smart device. It cannot be a computer. Now, if you want to use a computer, you can use Wirecast. Wirecast at its lowest cost is $500, and it's pretty tech savvy, pretty tech stuff. So if you really just want to get in and start building relationships, use your phone. Super easy. Use your phone. And I'm going to talk about that, all the tools and stuff. So let's start. I am now I talked to you about the beginning section. Again, we're having a little bit of a weak signal. It seems to have it about 3 times. I've been live streaming every morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, and it seems in the first 15 to 20 minutes, about 3 times in a row, I get this, your connection is weak signal. And then it's good for the rest of the live stream. So we'll see if that holds true. This is the 3rd time. So stay with me. It might look a little garbled. The sound's still going good. So we're still there, and it shows me that I'm back now. So I did the whole in the beginning section for you guys. So now we're in the middle of the live stream. And this is the meat of your live stream. This is where you definitely want to have the bulk of your content that you're going to give. If you're going to do it, this is kind of from minutes about 12 minutes in till about whenever, right before you're going to end, about 5 to 10 minutes before you'll actually end. So, and I'll talk about how long you need to consider live streaming. So we'll get into that, but you want to always, be providing your content. I'm going to get into that here in a minute, and you want to encourage comments and questions. I'm looking at my notes just so you guys know. Encourage comments and questions because you want to help people. The whole point of having this is so that you can have this, so you can have and build a relationship with people. And then when you're asking people to do questions and stuff, Andy, I'll get to yours in just a second. When you're asking people to ask questions or to respond, give them time. It takes about 10 to 30 seconds. There's about a 10 to 30 second delay. And I need a drink of water, guys, just a second. There's about a 10 to 30 second delay. So give them time to ask questions with you guys. Andy says, can you live stream to a targeted audience the same way you can run ads to a targeted audience? Assuming people are already your fans, of course. Okay, so no. You can live stream to your page, and you need to make sure that you have built your page likes. You need to make sure that you've taken the time to build that audience to be people who are targeted. So that's where I teach you guys to build your page, set it up properly so that it will actually generate leads for you, and to build your audience, because you want very targeted page likes. So that's why we don't do, I'm really toying with using this phrase. So if I offend anybody, I'm sorry. I'm toying with it. It's a little vulgar, the phrase I'm going to use. This is why you don't want to like whore. You don't want to be out there whoring for likes. You do not want to be trading likes with people. You do not want to be liking each other's pages. You want to make sure that you are zealously guarding your page likes. You want it to only be your target audience. So for me, it's real estate agents. So now I've invited all of my PLF friends. It's a group that I'm in. I've invited them all to come and watch the live stream. I'm gonna go through my page likes over the next couple days. Little bit of week, still garbly goop. It might be a garbled video, but the sound should still be on point. I'm going to go over my likes over the next few days to make sure that there are not too many untargeted likes on there. I don't want to have that happen. So you need to make sure that your page likes are on point, and then you can push your videos this out to people on your page. Now you can take a live stream in replay and boost it out as an ad. Not boost it, go through Power Editor, but you can push it out as an ad. So, but you can't live stream just to the general. You need to be on your targeted audience. Yes, yeah, you live stream on your business page, not to it, on it. Yeah, sorry, Andy. Andy's one of my members too, so awesome. All right, let's hit the meat of this, guys. So, all right, so here's first tip number one. This is the meat of the whole thing. Tip number one, you need to have an outline of what you want to cover, and then be flexible, okay? So, and I'm looking at my notes. Keep at the forefront of your mind when you want to do a live stream, what's in it for your audience, okay? So for my realtor friends, if you guys are doing an open house, a lot of times we kind of approach things as, I want to get. So we do an open house, we maybe live stream an open house, and we think, okay, I want to do this because I want to get. We need to flip that around. We need to flip it around to go, okay, I'm going to live stream this open house to give people who don't normally go to open houses a sneak peek. And you kind of, the goal of course is to get closings, but at the same time, you need to set that aside and think about providing value. So what is in it for your viewers? Okay, so keep an outline of what you want to cover and be flexible. The be flexible part is if you've got people asking questions, like I've had a couple of you ask questions and stuff on things that are going to be a little bit later in the live stream, and I'll talk about those. So acknowledge it, but then just make sure you do talk about it. Make sure you go back to it. So at the end, if I've forgotten something that I said I would go back to, just a note for you guys, ask me again, because I don't want to miss anything. All right, so here's the second thing. Know what calls to actions that you want to promote. Stick with one throughout the whole live stream, okay? What do you want your audience to do? So if you guys will notice, when I pushed out this live stream, or when I announced it, promoted it, at the top, or I don't know where it is. You might be watching this so that it's on one of the sides. I don't know. It's always different. I'm always backwards. So somewhere I put the text, I put the title of the live stream, and then I put a link talking about the Facebook page setup strategy. So know the call to action. Only have one call to action. Don't confuse people. Make sure that your topic is on point with that call to action or touches on it. And so you want to make sure you put the link somewhere in the text for people, if possible, because I cannot actually, while you guys are commenting, I can't actually type. You could have your live stream open on your computer. Make sure your sound is off, but you could have your live stream open on your computer so that you could actually reply or make comments. Now you can't individually reply. You can just make comments. So I'm going to make a comment real quick to show you a checklist. And I'm going to put this in real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I put that comment in there. So if you were going to have a call to action, make sure it's the same one that's across everything so you don't confuse people. And then you can put the call to action in the comments like that. So maybe have the computer open. If you are at an event or out somewhere live, don't worry about that. Just make sure you have it in the text and then come back later and add it so it gets out to your live stream viewers. All right, so that was number 2. Number 3. Promote before you go live. I've done a lot of live streams where I've just been on the fly and done it live, and that's good too. So don't think that you always have to have everything prepared, and don't think that you always have to be just all set up and on a specific order. That's okay. But you're going to have a lot more viewers if you promote before you go live. So build a targeted page-like audience, use page-like ads, and build that audience. That audience will convert. This is not the same thing as building your list. This is like a second step, but that audience will come into your list, and that's what you want. So build a targeted page-like audience. If you are a real estate agent and you have not gotten my Facebook page setup strategy checklist, then you want to go to that link that I just put in there, and you'll go to this link here. Oops. leadsandleverage.com FBPGSS. If you are an agent, a real estate agent, go to that and get that checklist. That checklist will help you get your page set up so that you can have more effective live streams, so that you can actually have people going into your database rather than just passing by your page. Okay, create an event. This is part of promote before you go live. Create an event on your Facebook business page a day or 2 before the live stream. So if you notice what I do, I now live stream every day. You do not need to live stream every day, but I know how live streams compound on each other. It's like compound interest. They compound, they propel each other. So the more live streams I do, the more of a presence I have, the more leads I get, the more people I reach. It's just this big compounding thing. So what I do is every Friday or Saturday, I create all of my live stream events on Facebook, and I can flip this over and show you under events. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to show you how to do this. See, I can flip and I can flip. So you can see, so right here under events, and this might be a little bit, connection is weak. I don't know if you can see that, but on the page under events, I can click on there. And once I click on there, I can create an event. And so that's what I do. You'll see live streams that I have set up. Switching back the camera. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, that was on the, sorry about that, guys. Connection's weak, probably because I moved the phone. The weather's a little stormy out, so we've got some issues. So you can create an event ahead of time, and then you can promote that event. You can drive traffic to it. You can send it out to your list. You can do whatever you want to do with that event. So create an event a day or 2 before the live stream. Email your list about the event. Today, what I did was I actually sent out an email about 30 minutes before the live stream to my entire email community. I don't always do that. This was a topic that they've been asking me. You guys, I mean, my agents and my email community have been asking me to talk on and teach on. So I wanted to make sure that everybody saw it. I need another drink of water. 1 second. Sorry about that. So I wanted to make sure. But when you email it out, more people will come. Promote your event on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, if you are not on Twitter, don't do this. Don't do it. I'm on Twitter and I still didn't do it. So, but you can. If you're on Twitter and you like Twitter, then push your event out on Twitter. And put your event on your Facebook page. Now, if you create an event, it will actually post on your Facebook page. You have to tell it to, but it'll post on your Facebook page. But if you do the event a couple days ahead of time, then you can go ahead and post it again, like the day of. You can announce it to people. And then, I talked to you about, I put that one twice. Email your list about the event. All right, here's the thing. There are kind of 2 different ways to live stream. You can live stream sporadically or you can live stream consistently. So like same time every day. So before I was kind of live streaming sporadically. I was testing what times of the day, I'm gonna talk about that later. I was testing what times of the day were best for my audience. I was working around my schedule. And what I found was that consistency is actually working better. So for me, and probably for most of my PLF friends, you're going to want to pick probably same time every day type thing and live stream. That's going to be good leverage for you. For my real estate friends, what you're going to want to do is test out at first, do some sporadic stuff. And I'm going to tell you how to leverage this, like for open houses and things like that. I'm going to show you how to build up to it, kind of like a launch idea. You want to do it a couple of times a week if possible. And I'll give you some tips on how to leverage new listings with it, how to leverage open houses with it, how to leverage, if you're doing events and things like that. I'm going to tell you that a little bit later here. So do sporadic. But if you can work it in your schedule, just like lead generation, I would work it in your schedule, do the same time every day. Now, one of the things that I get into, the very next thing is timing. I thought it was farther down on the list. Timing is the next one. Do this when your prospects are online. And the way to know that is to look at your Facebook page analytics. So if you are, for real estate agents, very localized, you're not going to have to think about time zone changes. You're not going to have to think about anything like that. But just think about, watch your analytics and see when people are most online, most likely to be on Facebook. Well, lunchtimes might be really good because that's when people are probably on Facebook where they can actually pay attention. If you're part of my PLF friends and you have an international business, you need to really look at your analytics and then check it out. So I do know, like, especially if you're in the US or in Australia and your clients are in both of those places, you're going to want to check the time zone things. You're going to want to get into that. My agents are all in the United States. So 10 a.m. Pacific time to 1 middle of the day for agents, and they're on Facebook throughout the day. Hello, Marie from, oh yeah, you're from Canada. Awesome. So most of my agents, I guess, are in Canada and the US. But still same time zone. So if you're in another country, think about that and find out where your biggest bulk of your prospects. All right. And you need to test, definitely test. Wi-Fi. You need to use Wi-Fi. At times, I'm able to live stream. Like if I'm out and about, I can live stream because I get 4G. LTE. So do make sure that if you're out doing open houses or listings or out at maybe a Starbucks or whatever, wherever you are, make sure that your data is really strong, that you've got the highest like 4G, LTE or whatever it is. So just make sure your data is strong. I would definitely do some tests with that. You're going to have to test in live. There is no way to test live without going live. You're going to have to test it. And you can let people know you're testing it. That's okay. This isn't about polish or perfection or whatever. It's about being there and being in communication and being online with people. So definitely make sure your connection is strong. And as you've noticed, I've had a few ins and outs, but I know what the drill is now. See, that's funny. I'm having an out now. So what you're probably doing is probably hearing the in and out, and you're probably seeing some gook. But I noticed that in replay, it's just the video that's not as nice. So I'm going to keep going. Be prepared for weak connection notifications. Thank you, Facebook, for making this perfect moment. Just hang in and keep going. Facebook warns you, but then sometimes if you get the black screen with a, do you want to finish this? Stay with it, because often they'll just pause you and then you'll come back, and be aware of that. That's a good idea, Linda. This is a really good idea, you guys. Linda's sharing, I created a group with only her hubby in it to test her video. So that's fabulous. So she can do all kinds of practicing and things like that. So that's a great way to do it. Thank you for sharing that, Linda. That's awesome. Okay, so let's hit next. I know the connection's a little bit weak. The verbiage. Now, if you noticed, your video description, when you actually put it out and put it on there, you need to get good at writing attractive headlines. This is as important as a strong blog headline or like a newspaper headline. It's really important that you give as strong and attractive of a headline as possible. Now, this is going to take practice. We're not all copywriters. So make sure, my PLF people will know this, and my FDS agents know this. My email list hasn't learned this yet, but know your avatar. Know what problem that they're having and what solution will help them with that. Use those things in your headline. If you notice, this headline today was very simple. How to Facebook live stream and get results. Now, I should have said how to Facebook live stream to get listings or to get clients or whatever, but I knew that I had other visitors coming, so I changed it a little bit. But how to Facebook live stream to get results. That's pretty clear. here's how to do it, and here's what you're going to get from it. So that's what you want to do when you do your verbiage. Your headlines are important. Include the word live. Like I say, click to join me. I'm live right now. Include that. Then you can take that piece out after the video, after the live stream is over. Don't forget to include a call to action link. This is important. You see my call to action link somewhere around there. Don't forget to include that. The whole point of this is to build relationships, to drive people into the next step of their customer journey. So, their customer journey with you. So if you're an agent and you're live streaming open houses, you're live streaming listings, you want to give the person somewhere to go if they're not going to actually list with you right then, or they're not actually going to come to your open house right then. You want to give them the next step in the journey, the next step in the process. You need to have a call to action that signs them into your list. You need to do that. All right, the next one. There's a lot on here. And remember, I'm going to give, if you're on my email list or one of my members, I'm going to be sending out this list, all my notes for you. And then I'm actually going to be writing a full article with lots of resources. If you are one of my PLF friends, I'm actually just going to put this all in a PDF, and I'll put it in the PLF groups for you guys, Launch Club and PDF groups, so you guys can get your hands on that. So there won't be any affiliate links, no signups or anything in it for anybody. I'm just going to put it out for you guys. Okay, the next thing. Here's where it gets a little interesting. You need to plan on being live for at least 20 to 30 minutes. There's not a lot of leverage in 3, 5, and 10-minute lives. So somebody's like, no way. So there's just not a lot of leverage in that. You can do those. I've done short ones. They're almost, they don't help a lot. You might as well just do a video if you're going to do something short like that. So make sure you plan on being live for about 20 to 30 minutes. And I'll read why. I wrote all my notes down. First of all, it takes the audience a while to join. So only those people who are on Facebook in that moment are actually going to be able to find you. So there's a couple of ways that they find you. One, they're subscribed. They're one of your page likers. So you want people who are targeted on your page. 2, they're subscribed to your live events or your live subscribe. 3, there is a Facebook Live map that you can actually access, and I'll make sure to put that link down. I'll put that in here. Facebook Live map. I'll put the link in there for you. Putting the notes down. There's a Facebook Live map. So those are more random. Those are random people who just happen to look. Like the first time it came out, I was just looking around to see, oh my goodness, people are live in live in Iceland. They're in Iceland. And anyway, it just was different places. Not that that's a crazy thing, but it was just, I liked looking at the different places in the world that people were live. I never go there anymore because that's random and I don't have random time like that. But people do it. So just be aware you will have people popping in that are completely unrelated to you or your business or anything like that. So it takes a while to join. Second, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to build the audience because of the way the notifications come out, the way the people come in. It takes time and you need to be on. The longer your video, the more the interaction. Okay, one second. I'm going to go drink water again. Okay. The longer your video, the more interaction you will have. That's just a given. So, excuse me, sorry guys, as we go through this, the more comments you'll get, the more likes you'll get, the more people will join. Stay with me, guys. It's kind of weak. I'm having a little bit more weak issues today. I'm not sure why. Okay. Right now, the current maximum length of time that you can host a Facebook live stream is 90 minutes. It's the current maximum. Now, that is likely to change. Facebook's already said that they've opened it up continuous live streaming on certain levels, so that may happen. So we'll see. So right now, you need to be on at least 20 to 30 minutes. You need to give it 10 to 15 minutes for your audience to get there and then get to the meat of it. But you also don't want to waste your replay viewers' time. You want to talk with people and have, interaction and stuff in the beginning, but you don't want to have dead silence or whatever because you want people to stay. Okay. And people will pop in and out. That's the way I do it. When I see live streams that I'm interested in, I'll pop in. I'll maybe stay, I'll maybe not. That's just the way it is. All right. Interact. Lisa, I'm not going to click like on your question. Lisa asked, will you give examples of calls to action? Yes, I will. But I'm not going to click like on your comment until I actually respond to it. So I'm going to hold that for a minute. Interact. This is why people love Facebook Live. Okay. Why they why they love live video. If I can get my words out. Greet people by name, acknowledge people by name. As they join and as they comment, say their name. One thing that I have noticed a lot of people not doing, they're doing their Facebook Live, and some of the big guys do the live, and then they just answer, they see a question, they read it, then they answer it. You need to repeat the question or the comments and then give your results so it makes sense in the video, because people are not reading, especially replay viewers, they're not actually reading the questions as they're watching the video. So repeat the question that is asked and give the response to it. Give your response, give your answer. Ask people where they're from, get to know them. So if you haven't told me where you're from, please tell me. I like that. I want to see where everybody's from. Share who you are, what your life is like. I mean, like, you see me drinking water. I'm normal. You've seen me probably turn and talk to Chuck. That's who I am. I'm not in a formal environment. This is not one of my full content videos. This is a relationship, and this is what happens when you're sitting around the table talking with people. Come ready with questions for your viewers. So both on and off topic questions. So I've asked you guys where you're from. Awesome. Nina's from Fort Myers. I asked you guys where you're from. I asked you if you've used live stream before. So that was on topic and off topic. So come with some questions, and they can kind of be the same questions every time. In some of them, like, I like to ask people where they're from. I like to ask when I'm on other live streams, which of my members are here? Florida, Maryland. Awesome, you guys. Hey, Chris, and is it Asha? Dawn from Florida. Stephanie from San Jose. Awesome, you guys. Okay, so let them know you're answering questions. So as you guys have noticed, and don't, the garbly-gook, sorry about the video. We have an in and out weak connection today. Let people know you are answering questions. So tell them to ask your questions. Ask their questions. Linda, I know you had a question about audio issues, so I want to try and help you with that. So definitely ask your questions. Let them know I am answering questions. Reward good commenting and encourage readers to help each other in the comments. So I did that yesterday. I couldn't actually respond to somebody. And so I asked people that were in the, to help that person. Could you respond to her? She can't hear me, can't see me. And I think I did that today. I asked Chuck to do that for me. So if you have something that's relevant to this, ask ask people to share examples of things that I'm talking about. So that you're talking about. So if you're teaching somebody how to, I'm going to use something silly, but if you're teaching them how to tie a shoe, ask them to show you pictures or examples of shoes. That's kind of crazy and odd, but do that. If you're in a house that has a really cool remodeling that's been done, this is for real estate agents, and other people have done some remodeling in their house, ask them to show you. Have them take a picture and show you in the comment stream. You want to do that. The more engagement you get, the farther your video reaches. That's the end game of that. The more people that it reaches that are relevant. So that's what you want. All right, next. Don't forget your replay viewers. You just cannot do that. Talk to replay viewers directly in the first 1 to 2 minutes of your live stream. I'm looking at my notes, guys. Ask them to subscribe, comment, and share. Ask them to be involved, because live is very involved. You guys are asking me questions and I'm answering your questions, but ask your replay viewers to let you know if there's questions. So what I often do, if you're watching this in replay, ask me your questions. I come back and I watch and I answer them later after the fact. Now, there is a delay. You guys have to know this. There is a delay. So what you say versus when your viewers hear it, you need to give people time to respond. So I asked you guys where you were from and a couple of times, and it took, 20, 30 seconds for me to see all of the responses. So just be aware that there is a delay. Here's another one. You gotta stop trying to be perfect. This is not about perfection. I've messed up my words. You see my face going a little bit red. I'm drinking water, just all this kind of stuff. So stop trying to be perfect. The beauty of live stream is that it is live, okay? You need to be yourself. This is all, be warm, be real, be relatable. This is about being a real person in front of real people. Usually the best lives are the most relaxed. So, like talking like we're friends, you wander off topic a little bit, show your personality a little bit. So those are the best lives. They really are. Save your formal professional stuff for video, for recorded video. People want a personal connection with you. So this is kind of like when you see, let's equate this to a celebrity. When you see a celebrity in a movie, clearly they're that character, they're doing that thing. When you see them on a press tour, you know what? They're being interviewed by people, you get to know a little bit, but you also know it's all pre-planned. When you see them on the red carpet and they get a live question, their answers are often different. They're a little bit, if they're a little less reserved, a little more real. So that's where we're going with this. Be real, be relatable. This is to build know, like, and trust relationships so that you can build your business. That's what it's for. All right, tools. These are the tools, and I have several here, and I will give non-affiliate links in the PDF that I give you guys. But what you do want is, you don't want all of these necessarily right now. What I'm actually using right now, this is all I'm using. I'm using my iPhone. I don't have a mic attached. I don't have anything. Oh, and I do have I have it on a small desk tripod. So I'm using, and I will make sure to give you the link again. I'm using a smartphone tripod, or a tripod that's meant for the desk, and I have an adapter for my phone. And then I have my phone, and that's it. That's all I'm using right now. Now, you can, if you're going to be doing outdoor stuff, if you're going to be doing stuff other places, you're going to need some tools. You'll want not just a desk tripod, you'll want a floor length, sturdy tripod. You're going to want the smartphone tripod adapter. You're going to want probably a slate links again. You're probably also going to want to try a directional mic versus a connected smart lav. You're also going to probably want to get your hands on like a selfie or a stabilizer stick, especially if you're going to be doing home tours or neighborhood tours or drive-bys or anything like that. Anything involving movement, you're going to want something to stabilize it. I would also recommend, especially for my real estate friends, a 4-in-1 Allo clip, especially for home tours and neighborhood tours, things like that. So you can expand the video, a much wider video, because if you guys notice, this is really small and my face is like right in your face. I'm sitting, about 2.5 to 3 feet from a small video. So you probably want to expand that. You might also want a backdrop if you're in your home office. Like I showed you that this is a backdrop. It's just a trifold backdrop. Hides my cello behind there and my camera. So, you'll probably want a backdrop. You might even want to put like your, call to action if you want to do a backdrop on that. Michael Hyatt uses a TV with a big thing on there. I'm not that, big, I guess. I don't know. So I don't do that, but I do have the backdrop. I like that because it stops people from being distracted by my calendar in the back. Here's the thing. Always have a call to action. So this is the next one. Always have a call to action. You always want a call to action. The whole point of this is to drive people into deeper relationship with you, also known as your list. So have links ready. I showed you the link that I put in the comments. So have links ready for that. Say the link and share the link. Have a whiteboard. I just threw away my little portable whiteboard because it was such a cheap one. It was bad. I need to get another one. But have a whiteboard and put the link on the whiteboard. So visually show your call to action. So whatever call to action you want people to do, visually show it in the video so that they can see it. So like this. So visually show your call to action, and I would do that. Okay, so you can see that. So you want to do that. So this is just paper that I'm using. You definitely want to say it. You want to put it in comments. You want it to be in the verbiage of your video itself. You want to have it on paper so people can see it. You want all of that. You want it everywhere. Always be asking, okay? Always ask people to like and follow your page. do that. So if you guys are not on there, definitely click like on my page. Ask people to subscribe to the events so they can come to more of them. Okay, so that was the big hit. I want to talk about limiting beliefs or hurdles, and then a couple other of these notes. I'm going to move them up so that I don't miss them. I have this. This is we're going to talk about like what you can live stream, etc. Okay, so here's the thing. The biggest, I think from what I've understood from my agents, the biggest hurdle beyond the I don't want to be in front of the camera hurdle, but the biggest hurdle is, what do I say? What do I talk about? Are you telling me I need to prattle on for 20 to 30 minutes? So you do. So here's the thing. So we have a couple of things. I wrote note. I can't find all my notes on this. I wrote all kinds of ideas. So here's the thing. You want to, I'm looking, let me find my notes, you guys. Why? I think I put it in my calendar. Okay. No, I didn't. All right. I have all kinds of ideas, all kinds of, oh, I know where they are. I took them upstairs because I was taking notes last night for you guys. All right, so you want what to talk about. Here's one idea. If you write blog posts, you can take that blog post and talk about it on a live stream. Talk about pieces of it. I've done that multiple times. I write for Inman. It's an real estate industry publication for my PLF friends. I write for Inman, and a lot of times I'll go through and I'll write the post, they'll publish it, and then I'll come back a couple days later and I will talk about it on Facebook live stream. The other thing, like in this case, I'm actually writing the post. So I'm gathering all this stuff and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. And so your questions are helping me flesh out the idea. So you can do either one. You can do either one of those. If you are a real estate agent and you're doing open houses, what you can do is do live streams Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then have your live stream at the open house on Saturday. So build up to it. What do people want to know when they come and look at houses? It's not just about the house. It's about the neighborhood. It's about the neighbors. It's about, is the neighborhood walkable? What's it like to drive through there? What's it like to, is it a walking neighborhood? They want to know all that kind of stuff. So build up to it, talk about it, do that as a build up. The same with listings. You can kind of use it as a launch thing. So if you, for my PLF people, one of the things that we do in PLF is we learn how to utilize content in a series of 3 videos to get to the main launch that you want to do. So if you have a new listing, you can kind of launch it using Facebook live stream. So think of 3 pieces about that listing, maybe in the maybe the story, the history of the house. If there's not a whole history, the history of the neighborhood. You can do several different live streams, like 3 or 4 leading up to the listing launch. So there's all kinds of things that you can do. Like your blog posts, like I said, you can integrate those. So that's what I use them all for. I always, that's kind of what I do. So this live stream is longer than I've ever done a live stream for. Mine are usually about 30 to 40 minutes. This one's longer. It's got a lot more information in it. Now, I want to tell you, we're going to talk about the end of the live stream and then after the stream. After the stream is where your leverage is, after your stream's over. So at the end of the live stream, you want to thank people repeatedly. Constantly thank them, and then be slow to end it because there's a delay. You'll say, okay, I'm going to say goodbye now, and then people will be talking still, but you have a 10 to 30 second delay and you don't know that. All right, so here's where we're going to leverage. Here's where we're going to leverage everything. After the live stream, you're going to want to go in. It's going to take a couple minutes for Facebook to realize that it's over, even though you've clicked finish and you're done on your phone. Takes a couple minutes. After that, you need to go back and edit the post. You want to change the video title. You want to add a call to action link, not just in the text. You want to add it. You can actually add your call to action and a link so that it's clickable when people see your video. And you want to change the thumbnail. You get to pick between 10 thumbnails, or you can upload your own. So you want to do those things. The next thing is you want to check out who clicked like on the live stream. And if they're part of your target audience, you want to, once you see who's clicked like on your live stream, wherever that is, you can actually see the list of people and it'll tell you, are they already part of your page? Or do you want to invite them to like your page? You can do that. So I would definitely do that if they're targeted. Download the live stream and get it transcribed. I use speechpad.com. I love speechpad.com. I'll put that in the resource list. Get it transcribed and then use that text for a future blog post. You're leveraging this, okay? Then after that, there's an embed link that you can get from Facebook, and you can take that video and put it into your WordPress blog post. And here's what's great about that. You can put that in that WordPress blog post. And what it does is when people watch it on there, that counts on your Facebook or that WordPress blog post, and you can share it multiple times very easily on your Facebook business page, on Twitter, on wherever you want. So you can keep resharing. So when you're doing content that's not dated, so like if you're doing an open house, you wouldn't want to do this. But if you're doing content that is not dated, like this is not, I'm just showing you or talking to you about all the things that you can do with it. When you're doing that, I would keep re-promoting this for free by putting it back out on your Facebook page, sending it out to your email list and things like that. So now, we're at the end, but I want to make sure I get questions. I know Linda was asking questions, so if she's still on here about her audio, Linda, would you share with me, if you're still on here, would you share with me what audio struggles that you have seen? Be a little bit specific, like, is it the recordings of your audio that you're seeing, the replays when you watch on replay? Is it when you're doing it live and your husband's watching while you're doing it? What are your audio issues on that? Anyone else who has questions? I know there was Lisa. Will you give examples of call to action? So, Lisa, I kind of did. What we can do is I gave you examples of my call to actions. In the FDS group, definitely we've talked about some of the call to actions. It'll depend on what you're doing, obviously, but if you're at an open house, or you're doing that, like 3 days before the open house and things like that, you can have a plethora of call to actions. It could be, a pre-register for the open house and get a free, whatever you're going to give them. It could be, whatever you're going to do, whatever you're going to give. You want to give something. You want to give something of value in whatever that is. So that I was using as an example, this call to action, leadsandleverage.com, FBPGSS, Facebook page setup strategy. That's a checklist. So I've talked to agents about get your page set up right. So get your page set up right. There's a checklist that I created for you. Okay, Linda says, audio issue is the recording. I didn't check how it shows up in the streaming. Okay, so is it, Linda, is it a issue like cutting in and out, like the connection is weak? Or is it in the replay when you're watching it? So maybe it's not or are you watching the recording outside of Facebook? Could be of the actual audio. Okay, so a couple of things that you can try. First, I would do more tests in different areas. If you're using Wi-Fi, try different Wi-Fi. Like go to a Starbucks or somewhere that has different, just to test it and see how that works. Do like a 3 or 5 minute test and see if it works better on different Wi-Fi. Check that, because it could be a router issue, it could be something like that. 2, it also could be if you're using your data, try different places where you know that your phone is stronger. Try that too. 3, it could be if you're watching the replay on Facebook, and I keep pointing to it because my computer's right here, but if you're watching the replay on Facebook itself, go to different places to see if it's a delay because of your Wi-Fi or your internet or something like that. So check that as well. Also, when you're done with your replay, you guys have the option to save the recording to your phone. Save that recording, Linda, and then look at that recording outside of using Wi-Fi, independent of all broadcasting, and see how that recording works. And I don't know which one you've done, but try all of those and see. It might also be, it could be your phone, just the phone itself. Try a mic or a different attachment. Try using, try some earbuds connected. I have my earbuds. I don't use them for my live stream, but try that and see. Maybe it's the mic on your phone. Maybe a lot of different things you can try there. Have you tried like all of those, or are there some ideas there that I gave you that might help you on that? And anybody else, as you guys have questions, just hit me with them. We're coming up on an hour here. I don't want to miss any questions that you guys have. What did I skip that I didn't get out to you? And then remember, I'm going to be giving the resource list to everybody. Yeah, Marielle says, while you speak, audio suddenly goes as if you were talking 1,000 miles an hour, and other times it freezes for a while and starts again. I'm on my PC. Okay, so 2 reasons for that. 1, it could be I did have weak moments, so that could be pausing me on this side. My connection had weak moments. 2, it could be on your side. It could be weak moments that Facebook is broadcasting it in. So there's not a lot of, it's not a recording, unfortunately. Replays should be better. I've been watching the replays just to make sure. And even though it looks it doesn't seem to be doing that. It's just more garbled back out. And the only way to help that is to get in the best Wi-Fi possible. We're actually getting a brand new router. We're doing everything we can to make it even better because we don't know what the issue is. I don't have issues like this when I do all my webinar trainings and other things like that. So we'll see what happens. Linda says, your stream is currently very choppy. Hopefully I've answered your question enough for you to be able to answer it and I can listen on replay. Yes, Linda. And I will make sure, I'll try and write the numbers for you. So when you're watching it on replay, Linda, hopefully you can hear this. You want to go to about the 57 minute mark. That's where you'll want to go. I think that's right about where I started answering your question in detail. Hey, Gabby. Oh, real good. So it's awesome. Any other questions, you guys? Anything else? Now remember, this is the at the end part. So I'm asking for questions. I'm giving you guys time to ask me questions, to make comments, and be slow. You need to be slow as the host because there's a response delays. Lisa says, for me, the connection is always better watching from phone versus computer. That is good to know, Lisa. Interesting. That could be Facebook's push of mobile too. Who knows? Awesome. Good, Linda. Okay. Linda said, thanks. You rock. My internet is better. Cool. Cool. For live. The Lisa's talking about for live. So this is good. Yeah. That's really interesting. I do usually watch some lives. No, I usually watch them on my phone. You're right. I don't watch that many lives. There's just a couple people, that I do. So I haven't actually tested that. So that's really interesting. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa's been to a lot of my lives. She's my awesome members. Any other questions, you guys? I was looking to make sure I was getting all the scrolling. Anything else you need me to help you with? For my real estate friends, if you guys do not have your Facebook page set up to leverage to actually drive leads into your database, you need to get it set up. I have a checklist that I created for you. leadsandleverage.com/FBPGSS. It is a Facebook page setup checklist. So you can get that. If you are not a real estate agent and you're one of my PLF friends, if you guys want that checklist, I will just put it up in the PLF group for you, along with all the resources to all of this whole video for you guys. Right. Bruce is like, gonna start watching all yours though, right? Yeah, you're welcome to. I mean, everything I teach applies across industries. Just my heart and my passion are real estate agents. So that's who I help. And I'll help whoever. You're welcome, Linda. No problem. And I'll make sure to put this in the Launch Club and PLF groups for you guys. I know it's garbly-gook again. Sorry. I get the little warning. Facebook tells me your connection is weak. I get the little warning. It flashes a little bit. And then about 10 seconds in, 15 seconds in, it comes back. So, all right. So any other questions? Hit me with your questions. If you're not hearing this in like super fast 1,000-mile-an-hour speed, I love that description, by the way. If you're not hearing this, if you're hearing this in normal conversation mode, let me know your final questions. I want to get those going and get those answered for you. I want to add the answers. Any answers I get, I want to add them to this whole post. Everything I'm going to do. Nancy says, if you wanted to interview someone and you needed a wide angle lens, what's good? I would get, the tools, it's the 4-in-1 Ollo clip, OLLO clip. It magnifies. It's a wide angle, excuse me. It's actually a 4-in-1, but you'll want to use the wide angle portion of it. So that's what you want, because it clips on, it's like, here's your phone, it clips like you can't even see the angle of that. It clips like this on your phone. So it hits both cameras, both your front facing and your back facing cameras. So if you flip between the cameras, it does that. So that's why you want that one. And I will put that in the resource. I have it on the resource thing, and I'll put a direct Amazon link, not an affiliate link, on there. I just want to make sure you guys know that. Any other final questions? I can't believe how long this is. I'm going to get this transcribed so that I don't miss anything. I'm going to put it all into the notes of the post. It's going to be pretty epic. Be a pretty epic post. And then I want you guys to know something. This is a little leverage thing. You do this, you do a live stream. I have all of my notes that I've been talking to you guys about. I'm getting this video transcribed. I'm going to put it into a super long, super detailed, free blog post. But I'm going to use that blog post as a core piece of content. I'm going to drive traffic to it, and I'm going to have call to actions all over the place in that blog post so that when I drive traffic to it, I'm getting people who want more, who want to know more, who want that resource list that I'm giving to you guys. In the future, I'm going to charge an email address for that resource list. So this is something you can do too. You can leverage this. What's great about all of this is you kind of create one main piece of content and you use it all these different ways. And so you guys just help me with your questions and the questions that you're asking. Lisa, the questions that you're asking, it's helping me provide these answers. So Lisa said, that's how you talk, 1,000 miles a minute. No time is wasted. That's right. If you guys know anything about the DISC, strengths assessment scale or whatever it is, I'm a high D. I'm like the highest D you can get. I'm off the charts D. My next one is an I, which is I'm 100 D and 99 I. So I'm like out there. Fast. I talk fast. I do things fast. I fly through things fast. And I'm actually slowing this down for you guys. So this is me in slow-mo. So no caffeine. I just get lots of water. Lots of water. And see, this is the personal part. Trying to profile or trying to point out everything I'm doing that's all this, all part of this. Any other questions, you guys? Anything else you need? If you do, if we end this and you think of something, go ahead and comment. Even if we end it, go ahead and comment. I'm going to be watching the comments. I want to make sure I get the answers out to you guys. And I want to get these resources out. I know a lot of people join us towards the end of the replays or end of the lives. So if you're catching us on the end, let me know any comments, any questions, etc., and I'll get those answers out to you. So I'm going to give it about 20 more seconds, and then I'm going to say hasta la vista in a terrible American accent. Trying to imitate Arnold. Hasta la vista, baby. Or whatever. I'm not good at that. I don't care if I'm good at that. I just think it's funny. Any other questions? Final thoughts? Concerns? Thank you so much for being here with me. I've loved this. This is the longest one I've ever done. Very interactive. I love having all you guys on there. Gabby asked, do I have a date for my next one? Yes, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. And I cannot remember the topic. Let me look at it real quick. And I'll check this out. Tomorrow is going to be 6 reasons your Facebook ads are not working. So we're going to live stream at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. 6 reasons your Facebook ads are not working. Nancy, yes, there is so much to know. And my member, Nancy's one of my members too. My members, I did a whole Facebook live training. I showed them my phone, showed them all the steps on how to do everything. This is going to be added to that whole training. So awesome. Awesome, Gabby. Cool. All right, guys, I am going to sign off. I will see you. If you come, you're welcome to come to more lives, even if you're not agents, it's fine. I have lots of trainings that really, they work cross industry. So, let's do this. Have an awesome day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.